Hello, 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 and welcome to Wealthy Wednesday. How are you, goddesses? Welcome, welcome to Wealthy Wednesday. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. It's absolutely such a thrill to watch those of you who have been participating in Wealthy Wednesdays step into your businesses. We've been getting emails, Facebook messages letting us know that what you're learning here is paying off, that the information that you're being exposed to is supporting you to step into serving more clients and making more money and making a bigger impact. And that's what we are all about. I'm so excited to get one of you guys a six-figure hot seat today. So if you want to apply for a six-figure hot seat, just make sure that you click the link below. And we'll pick one of you lucky goddesses who hops over to our Zoom link, and we'll get you some business planning today to really help you rise up into the next level of your business. I am so excited because I've been wanting to spend more time in Southern California for a while. I have a bunch of entrepreneurial friends down there, and I live in Santa Cruz, which is closer to San Francisco. I live in like the Bay Area, and I've been wanting to spend a little bit more time in like Encinitas, Costa Mesa, like Del Mar. I've been wanting to just spend some time down there because I have a bunch of really good friends down there. And I spent last weekend with a group of, we are calling ourselves the Unicorn Entrepreneurs. We're like a bunch of sort of renegade 7, 8, and even 9-figure businesses. I was hanging out in Encinitas in this gorgeous, 8-bedroom home up on the hill. It was JJ Virgin's home with Sonia Riccati, with Christy Whitman, Allison Maslov, just some really incredible women, Lisa Sasevich. And we spent a couple of days together talking about what it really is to scale a business to 7 figures, to 8 figures. There was a 9-figure business in the room. And it was a real honor to be around women who were playing such a big game. Hold on, you guys. Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I think you guys might be having a hard time hearing me. There we go. Is that better? I bet you can hear me a lot better. So I spent the weekend with these sort of 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurial women. It's kind of mind-blowing. Like one goddess who is in the room just sold her business for $10 million. I mean, I'm a school teacher from Iowa. I used to make $28,000 a year. My parents didn't want me selling Girl Scout cookies because they were afraid that the neighbors were going to think that I was salesy for selling Girl Scout cookies, right? So like, this is where I come from. And to get to sit at that table of women that have scaled so far to reach so many people and literally raised hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars for orphanages in Africa, or clean water, or the good that we can do on the planet once we get our money handled is just mind-blowing. So I'm sitting around listening to where these women are coming from, and getting to share myself. And what was so interesting was that across the board, every single one of us felt the shift from even 4 or 5 years ago when we started our companies. We felt the shift into like a really free economy. And what I mean by that is that 5 years ago when we got into digital marketing, there were these very specific plans, these very specific formulas that worked online. And now that's kind of like thrown out the window in a good way. There's never been a better time. Here's what I want you to know. There's never been a better time to start a message-based business. The playing field is still wide open, you guys. Seriously, it's such an exciting moment. The coaching and mentorship industry is the second fastest growing industry, only to technology. And across the board, the women that we're sharing at the table, we're sharing that the thing that's working more than anything in their businesses, get this, is just them showing up and being themselves, just them showing up and being authentic. I mean, isn't that inspiring? It's like, it doesn't necessarily matter exactly how many videos you make or exactly how many newsletters you send out. Like, the rules are kind of gone because the industry doesn't want the same formula. Like when you guys see, the 3 videos that lead to the webinar, like some of us are getting a little bit jaded by that. Some of us are getting a little bit skeptical by some of the formulaic things that we see online. And so I'm just here to leave you with this message of like, get out there, get out there, get out there, get out there. Yes, there's a lot of strategies that still work online that we absolutely teach in my programs, and we teach them to you one at a time so that you can actually try them on, actually use them, actually get out there, and then innovate them and make them your own. We teach you imitation before innovation, which means that you've got to rest into a proven plan to, really leverage a Facebook community online. How do you build your group? How do you speak into that group in a way that has that group really want to come toward you? But I'm speaking into this free economy because I feel that some of you are possibly holding yourself back, thinking that you don't know enough yet to get out there. You do. You do. And it's such an exciting time because you being you, and yes, having a plan, having mentorship, having a tribe behind you is what's going to have you really be able to get out there and change the world. So let's do a 6-figure hot seat. If you guys want to be considered for a 6-figure hot seat or even a 7-figure hot seat, raise your hand. I know there's a bunch of you guys on the line, and let's dive in and start coaching a couple of you guys, at least one of you, maybe 2 if we have time. All right, I'm going to be promoting Helene. Helene, here you come. I'm so excited to chat with you today. Dun, 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 dun. Let's give a big, warm welcome to Helene. Here she comes. Hi, beauty. I love that I never know who I'm going to get to talk to. How are you?
Hi.
So good to see you. Can we get a little bit more light on you so we can see you?
Yeah.
Turn your computer away from the window just a little bit. There you are. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi. Oh, this is great. Thank you.
Where am I talking to you from? Where are you calling from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Oh, love to the Netherlands. I have an incredible client named Cristal from the Netherlands, who's an amazing yoga teacher there. So definitely look her up.
Nice. Yes, I will.
Sweetheart, how can I most support you? What are you up to in your business? What's your biggest challenge?
Well, I'm just starting out. I feel like I'm a bit procrastination. The last couple of weeks, I've found excuses not to launch my website, not to do the last couple of things I need to really get going. And I'm getting a cold, so there is something that is keeping me from doing what I really want to do, and that is get out and help other businesses to grow. Yeah, that is what I want to do.
So aside from you having a cold, because right now you might just need to take care of yourself a little bit extra, when we get sick, our bodies are like, slow down, pay attention to me, right?
Yes.
But aside from you having the cold, what do you feel might be behind the procrastination? Like many of us procrastinate. And if you don't procrastinate, you'll probably tell me later that you do procrastinate. Yeah. But it's always interesting to look at what's underneath it. When I find myself procrastinating something, there's almost always some fear or anxiety underneath the thing that I'm procrastinating. Do you have a sense what that is for you?
Yes, I think I still, although I feel I've made some progress, I think I still find it exciting to show myself to the world. Here I am, I know this and I'm good at this. And I think I'm still a bit afraid of what people that know me from other things might think, what is she doing?
Yeah. I think that's probably a really common one. And I'm curious for you guys who are watching, will you please please let us know, what is your biggest reason behind any procrastination that goes on? I think that would be a really interesting poll to take. I also feel that there's a healing that can happen on behalf of every single one of you who's watching, when we can actually kind of be with these parts of ourselves that will prevent us from doing the things that matter most in our businesses. So just type into the comment thread below. And I just want to say hi to Nadine, hi to Rabinini, what a cool name, Rabinini. Marianne, hi Isabel, hi Becca, hi Heather, hi April, hi Charlotte, hi Terry, hi Emily. You guys just type below in the comment thread, why do you procrastinate? And I want to just acknowledge Helene.
Helene, yes.
Helene.
Helen is all right too.
I want to acknowledge Helene for being so honest to say, like, I'm actually not necessarily afraid of what the public will think of me, but I'm a little bit more afraid of what people who actually know me from before will think about me doing this big thing. And I will be honest with you, that was one of the biggest things that slowed me down in the beginning as well. I'll never forget, I had spoken at several events, mostly to strangers, for a few months when I was getting my business going. And then I had an opportunity to speak at my local church. I didn't sleep for like 2 nights. I was so terrified of getting up at my own local church to talk about business as a spiritual path. I just was like absolutely horrified by what people might think of me. Because many of them had known me from being, in this whole other career. So I'm curious what that is for you. Like, what are you afraid they might judge you for? And if you guys have this, and if you guys want to love on Helene, please give her some love in the comments thread below, because I know that many of us can relate to this.
Well, of course, it's all in my mind. They probably are not thinking anything. I think that's the most logical thing. But what I think they think, she can't make that much money, or is she really doing that? I think they don't trust me to be able to do that. What I really want to. Well, I think it's also stepping out of something. It's not common in my family that you do that, and that you make a lot of money in this way. It's a different way of thinking, and nobody understands yet.
Yes.
And I think that's the most difficult thing to explain to my friends and family. Yes, but this is different. This is not an hourly paid business. This is being able to make a lot of money.
Yes.
And still doing what you love to do, and not being overworked, and not, still having time for my family and kids. And
Yes, exactly. We talk a lot about leverage in our tribe. We talk a lot about scaling. What does it mean to get out of the dollar per hour paradigm? I did a talk last night here in Santa Cruz, California, and we had 75 incredible women in the room, and we talked a lot about what it means to get out of that dollar per hour paradigm. How do we actually share the stories, share the values, stand in what we believe in, so that we can just serve more people with our genius and not have to work harder, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I hear you, like, not everybody thinks like you and I do, right? People are in the paradigm that they're in. And, we can say, oh, well, they're probably not judging us as much as we think that they might be. And that's true, right? They have a lot more things to worry about than us, right?
Yes. Yeah.
However, the human brain is built to judge.
Yes.
It's what it does.
Yeah.
And so for us to walk around thinking nobody's judging us when we start strutting our stuff or sticking our neck out there is also naive.
Yes.
I believe healing, and I want to hear what you guys think about this. So type into the comment section below, how have you moved beyond that fear of judgment, right? This is such an important conversation. I believe it's actually, there's a level of healing that comes with just accepting, like, there may be some judgment. And where that judgment is coming from in them, could be an interesting place for them to look, but that's not our job, right? Like just to keep it clean. Like I'm on my side of the fence, they're on their side of the fence, and whatever they're thinking of me, whether they get jealous of, right? Maybe they're jealous that you are sticking your neck out there. Yes. Some part of them may be jealous. They might not even be able to admit that to themselves, right? They also just might be judgy, like doing like the superior inferior thing. Anybody who comes from a place of superiority is also going to be caught in inferiority. We know that from looking at ourselves, right? Any of us who tend to judge others or feel entitled or get, egotistical, we will oftentimes find ourselves within minutes on the other side of, on the other side of that coin, feeling like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. I suck, right? Excuse my language. But I love what Madonna says about judgment. Have you heard what Madonna says?
No.
Madonna says, if people are judging you, you're going to be making a lot more money. She's out there like with her cone boobs,
Yes.
And it's so true, right? Like she's got a freaking point,
Yes.
So I just want to acknowledge you for looking at all of that. The other thing that's been really true for me is that when I first started doing business coaching, some of my friends kind of did that whole like, who do you think you are thing? And I kept doing trainings. I kept investing in myself, my mini selves. And this is the hilarious thing. I have a women's group in Santa Cruz with six women, and we get together twice a month. And at this point, 4 of the 6 of them have hired me, and one of them has become a staff member. And, and a couple of them were the women that were kind of like rolling their eyes at me in the beginning. And I've even laughed with them about it because on some level, I sort of deserved to have my eyes rolled at in the beginning, because there was a part of me in the beginning that was like, rah, rah, I'm doing this. Don't stop me, And there's that path that we go on, right? Where we get humbled and we start to embody the message that we're bringing. And Helene, I just invite you and encourage you to make sure that you have a small handful of women in your life who can be behind you, who believe in you. That's all you need. You need 2 or 3, right? And then ultimately, of course, it's awesome to get into a tribe at some point, a mentorship program where you have a group of people that are all going together so that you can use that community for your support and not have to lean on the naysayers and the friends. You're going to have friends that have no idea what you're up to.
No,
they're going to they just have no idea what it takes. They have no idea how much courage it takes. They have no idea how many just days that you have to sort of get up and like self-motivate, they've never done that themselves. No. So I just want to acknowledge you for looking at all of it and being ready to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how much do you need to be making in your business, and how much are you making now?
From my current job, I get around 3,000 euros per month net. And I'd like at least 4 to 5 to be able to quit my job.
Yeah. And I'm curious, is your job pretty full time? Do you have some time to work on your business?
Well, it is 36 hours a week. Mm-hmm. But it is also a 1 hour drive from here. So it takes a lot more time. But my evenings and the weekends, Friday afternoon, I really don't mind being busy with this because it really brings a lot of energy as well.
Yeah.
So that really isn't the issue. The issue now is really just go for it and let them laugh at my rates.
And that's the thing, right? Like my people who knew me did not make my best clients in the beginning.
No.
My first handful of clients was me going out there to a new community of people. And as I worked with more and more clients, and as I invested in more and more of my own training programs and became the business coach that you now see I am, running $1 million company, and people have watched me. They watched me buy my house. They watched me, show up at the dinner party, just like pretty excited about my life. And people catch on. People are watching. Let them watch you over the next 6 to 12 to 18 months. Yeah. Let them watch you transform your life, right? So I'm curious, do you have any paying clients yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. No. So we need to get you those first few paying clients. That's what we need to do. Yeah. So we have a lot of clients in your situation. We have many clients that come to us with full-time jobs. And what's great is that what we want to look at is where are all the hours in your week where you can be growing yourself and plugging into the things that you want to plug into to get where you want to go, right? So even right now, you're here with us. Congratulations. I'm going to recommend that at some point you do hop into a training program if you're not in one already, so that you can get a plan from a mentor who really understands how to build a business like the one that you want to build, and, get all their training calls and put them all on your iPod and, put them all on your iPhone or wherever you listen to things, and be listening to that stuff on your commute.
Well, so far, all your information has helped me so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, your book and all the stuff I downloaded, and I wrote them down, and I wrote my values and my mission, and it's been so great.
I'm so glad. And then, sweetheart, we have clients who actually get their first few clients on the phone, like, why not hop on the phone with a potential client on your way home from work and have a conversation with them that results in them hiring you, and now you have a client that you get together with every alternating Tuesday night, and they're paying you 400 euros a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the way it works. I want to just reassure you, the vision that you have of transitioning from the JOB into the business is possible. Yeah. And for you to really carve out, what I would recommend, sweetheart, is that you really carve out a couple of nights a week where you're playing in your business.
Yeah.
And a couple of nights a week where you're not doing anything but taking care of yourself, because you're gonna also need the downtime.
Yes.
Right.
And I really have to focus on that too, because if I have a lot of energy, so I can go really on and on and on.
Yeah. And then you burn out, right?
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons why we procrastinate, is because we're not actually giving ourselves, I need like 2 or 3 units a week. And what I mean by unit is like a good solid 3-hour chunk of downtime where nobody needs anything from me. My nervous system can drop. I can get under the covers in the middle of the day or take a saltwater bath. Pay attention to how much you need, because one of the things about procrastination is sometimes we're procrastinating because we're always just kind of spinning our wheels and we're trying to always be in action. But it's not about being in action all the time. It's about actually having enough space in your schedule and enough focused time that you have that clarity, that the space is what gives you the clarity to say, these are the things I need to be working on in those precious 6 hours a week that I've carved out to grow my business, right? Yes. Yeah. So whether it's Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings, or Monday and Wednesday evenings, and a big chunk of Sunday, what are your times that you've set aside to work on your business? And then how are we going to get you to that $3,000 a month so that we can replace what you're earning at your JOB as soon as possible, right? Your first goal is 3,000 euros a month, and then 4,000, and then 5,000. And so 3,000 euros a month comes from 8 people, right? Paying you 400 euros a month, right? Or 6 people paying you 500 euros a month.
Yeah.
So what's the amount that you feel would be exciting for you to charge, but not so out of the realm of possibility that you couldn't even say it with a natural look on your face?
I've also did that exercise as well. Now, I have 4 different services I offer. Mm-hmm. I am in marketing automation and email marketing. Mm-hmm. And I offer 4 kind of things. And some of it is 500 per month. Some it is 600 a month. It depends on what I do for them and how much I think the time I need to do that.
Yeah. So let me give you a little hint.
Yes, please.
Don't let the people that you're talking to about your business, who are potential clients, don't let them know that you have 4 different services.
Okay.
A confused mind says no. So I want you to get to know the person you're talking to and match the service that you offer them with the thing that you know they need the most.
Yes.
Because you just want to put one thing in front of them when you're on the phone with somebody.
Yes. And they are different, so that is possible.
Really build the value of that one thing. And the truth is that people need support with marketing.
Yes.
You know, it's very difficult to do the marketing for yourself by yourself.
Yeah.
I've always had someone helping me to really understand my brand and what I stand for, and, you know, invested in mentorship every step of the way. And what's great about when you guys invest in your own mentorship too, is that it's easier to go out there and say, this is what I charge. And guess what? I'm investing and I'm charging. So I think, you know, my sense is that what you're going for is those 6 clients who would like to have 6 months worth of marketing support. They have a goal. And remember, you're not just focused on the automation. No. You're focused on where they're going to be in 6 months when they get support from you. And I invite every single one of you guys to get clear on that. Where are your clients going to be in 6 months or in 12 months once they make this investment in themselves through your services? And what are 3 results that you know you can get your clients?
More revenue.
Yeah.
Spending less time on the job, and higher conversion, and that, or no, building your email list.
Yeah.
Those 3 things.
Yeah. And what is that going to give them? Because those are strategies.
Okay. That's going to give them, still more revenue. A larger, how do you say that, pond to fish in.
Yes.
To get your clients from. Yes. It is inevitable that if you're growing your email list or any list, that you will get more clients as well.
That's right. And they want more clients and they want more revenue because they want more, probably freedom.
Yeah.
Time with their families. Right? Possibly they have a part-time job they're wanting to let go of for all the same reasons you do.
Yeah.
And exactly. What are the biggest reasons you want to let go of your job?
Being the master of my own time.
Yeah.
Having my own schedule.
Yeah.
But also having more money to be able to do the things I want to go more. Travel more, take my kids on a flight, on a plane, and go to a beautiful country.
Right.
I've never done that before. So those are the things that.
How old are your kids?
13, 15, and 17.
Oh, this is like the perfect time to travel with them too.
Yeah.
Oh, where do you want to take them next?
Greece first.
I love Greece.
Yes.
I got to go climb Mount Olympus a few years ago.
Oh.
It was so beautiful up there. And the islands, oh my God, what a beautiful country. I so see you there with them.
Yeah.
And
I've worked there, so that's why.
You guys, this is what your clients are going to need to do. They're going to need to be able to picture themselves, right? It's not just about the list, the email list, and the funnel. No. It's about them seeing where they can be when their business is at that mature place. What can they afford themselves? Can they step away from their job? Can they step away from doing some of the things in their business that they don't want to do anymore? Can they have the freedom to travel? Can they, take better care of their family? Can they take better care of themselves and afford themselves self-care, right? So you want to make sure that you get your potential clients hooked into that feeling, right? Yes. And that you stay hooked into that yourself, Helene, because you've got a vision to manifest. And this is where we can actually, put that procrastination to rest.
Yeah.
Because when you picture yourself on that Greek island with your 3 beautiful kids smiling and playing on a boat somewhere, guess what? You're going to sit yourself down at the computer and offer a few more people free sessions to see if you can get a few more clients, right? Yeah. It's like, that's the sort of, I call it like the selfish vision that we all have to have. And yes, we want to give back. And yes, we want to be selfless, but we have to include ourselves, right?
Yeah. So it's good that you still said that, because I at times I forget and I get to the program, but it's also about, or it's more about what you really want.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And to talk about all of these things with your potential clients. Yeah. So sweetheart, I'm curious, have you actually had a conversation with one of my coaches or considered jumping into Entrepreneurial Leadership Academy?
I have considered. I've never made an appointment for a call. Yes.
Well, now that you and I have had this touch point, would you be willing to actually have a conversation with us?
Yes, I would.
So we're down to we had an event in Santa Cruz last night, and we're down to about 5 seats in the program. We're closing doors next week. We actually start tomorrow. We have a jumpstart call tomorrow.
Okay.
So it would be great to at least get you on the phone with our coaches and see what we might be able to do. I know we have creative payment plans. We especially have some creative stuff going on for our international clients so that we can really take care of you guys and make it possible for you guys. And we have clients in Germany. We have clients in Austria. We have clients in Australia. We have clients coming into the program from all over the world. So I'm going to give you guys this URL one more time because I didn't type it in, but my backup goddess, Lisa, is here on the line with us. And Lisa, or maybe Jen Sebastian, I know one of you is there. Just type in the link to book with our coaches into the chat thread so that you guys can grab a seat with one of our coaches. This is we're kind of like down to the wire in terms of our year-long programs. We do close doors, and we'll be closing doors probably by next week. So it's at sagelavine.com/leadership video. So write that down, you guys. It's sagelavine.com/leadership video. And that way you can see the video that some of our clients made of some of their results from going through the program. And there's a button on that page, and you can just grab one of our last few spots to chat with our coaches before, we take that schedule down. So again, it's at sagelavine.com/leadership video. And Helene, I'm excited for you because business mentorship and supporting people with their businesses is so needed these days, especially like I was talking about at the beginning of the call. There's no longer like one exact plan to get clients in the digital world. Now there's a lot of ways to do it. We want to make sure that we match the techniques that you're using to your level of business, right? Because if you go out there and just try whatever technique on that you can, you may be using a technique that really is more appropriate for somebody who has a more established business. We want to make sure to get you guys the basic techniques to get the momentum in the beginning. That'll get you those first 5 clients, those first 10 clients in a pretty short amount of time. And that way you can have the income that you need to hire your first assistant and start to do some of the fancier marketing. I'm just excited for you because, you have a job that it sounds like doesn't deplete you so badly that you don't have other energy to work on your business.
No.
You've got a passion right now that you're hungry to bring into the world. Yeah. And it sounds like you've got 3 awesome kids that are watching you follow your dreams. So I'm going to let my team know that you're on your way to say hi to us. Thank you. See if it might be a fit to get you more support. There's all kinds of creative ways to do that. And I'm sending love to the Netherlands.
Yeah, thank you so much. And keep going. Keep rocking the world.
Keep rocking it. It would be so amazing to have you here in person someday in California to be with the tribe. The tribe is amazing. It's amazing to actually be with the women that are all doing the exact same thing that you're doing and who really get what it takes. So let's get you over here.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You're so welcome. What a beautiful episode of Women Rocking Wednesday. All right, you guys, we're going to add the chat link to the comment thread so that you guys can grab a spot to chat with one of our coaches. Our coaches are amazing. They're going to get to know you just like I got to know Helene. They're going to talk to you about your dreams. They're going to talk to you about what's in the way. And they'll let you know what we have going on. We have about 5 or 6 seats left in Entrepreneurial Leadership Academy and a few seats left in our leverage program. And class starts this week. So I cannot wait to hear from them about what you guys are up to, and really let's get you the next steps, right? Whether that's here with us or with someone else, let's get you oriented and really clear on what are the income producing activities for you to say yes to in the coming weeks, so that this year can be the year that you really get the momentum that you've been seeking in your business, right? It's so easy to sit back on the sidelines and procrastinate week after week after week. Let's get you the momentum that you've been hungry for, one step at a time. Women Rocking Wednesdays. It's so good to be here with you guys. We love you. We bless you. Mwah. And we'll see you next week. Bye.